Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we are making great progress on our land grabs, actually. It's going very, very well. We are currently about 16 days away from Divine Right, and when we get that, we will be able to attack these guys. And that is, of course, our current... And there it is. Perfect. Did we get anything else exposed? Yeah, actually, heraldry. And that's pretty good. That gives us high partition. That's not bad. That's really, really not bad. 18 years? I doubt we're going to get to use it, especially with us being infirm. But it's okay. It'll be fine. I will definitely enjoy being on high partition. We're going to declare war on this guy, and I don't see any additional CBs. We need to tick. I'll give it a month tick. All I see is the same CBs that we had before. Hang on. Impress several of your claims in a single war. It doesn't say anything about conditions. Uh-huh. Well, isn't that interesting? And there's no other interactions here. I was expecting it to get a press all claims CB, or press some claims CB, rather. That's what I was expecting. Maybe it still requires a tick forward for a bit. We'll give it a full another month. So on the 1st of November... Perhaps de jure claims can't be combined. But if anything, I would think de jure claims would be the most likely to be combinable. Wait a second. So we have de jure claims. We have this guy's claims. Can press several of your claims. Uh-huh. Yeah, I see what's going on here. And I don't like it. I think that the jure claims should count as your claims. But okay, I guess we have to do this piecemeal. It's certainly not my preferred technique of doing this, and it looks like we... Oh, this one. This is the one that I want. We can't afford the cost of this prestige. So let's actually go ahead and call a hunt for the prestige. And yeah, I guess we're just going to have to do this piecemeal. I was definitely expecting de jure claims to be combinable. But, okay. Like I said, I would think that even if de jure claims are treated differently from personal claims, which I suppose they probably would be in the code, fair enough, I would think that you would be more likely to press de jure claims in a single war than to press overall claims. Because de jure is saying, I'm the legal owner of this territory, right? So I would think that that would be the case. Apparently Paradox disagrees, and I'm going to beg to differ on that one, if I'm honest. We don't actually need to increase control, so we're going to train commanders for now. And we do have enough to declare war on this guy for the single de jure duchy. Much as I dislike it, here we go. Luckily, this is their capital, and so we will raise up our troops here. They'll show up eventually. We're not so big that they take forever to show up yet. We'll get there. And that would apparently catch them. This would not. I'm okay with not catching them here. And let's see how this goes. They have a long ways to go before they can attack anything. Do they go north or south? North. I like it. Seems good to me. 20 more days on this siege. No problem. We are, of course, fascinating trebuchets. Ooh, household savings. That's convenient. We're going to attack over here as soon as we can. We can work on swaying this person, and they're deceitful, cynical, and forgiving. Do we have shared interests? Not exactly. We'll try to maintain subtlety. Okay. Perfect. We captured a valuable hostage there. We're at 77% on this one. That's really nice, actually. How much did we get from the actual occupation? 17%. It's going to be close, but not quite there. From this siege, we'll have to get this other siege or fight a battle. We'll see where their army pops out at. But I'm currently leaning towards sieging. Should be okay. In theory. They're up here. Heading south. Okay. We'll go intercept them. This is their allies up here. We'll let them lock in here. Boom. Okay, that's it. Fantastic. There's absolutely no way that they win that battle. It's simply not going to happen. There we go. And we'll disband those troops, and this should be granted off to somebody who's the correct religion and culture, I think. Yes, it should. Fantastic. Do we need to construct any holdings up here? Yes, this should be a city holding. Wonderful. Were there any others up here that we hadn't gotten to? I think we got them all. Up here, we definitely need a city. That'll take a little while. And up here, we need 2 cities. Okay, sounds good. We are definitely going to do these ransoms and any other ransoms that we can do as well. Up to 6. I like it. That means that we can start constructing a holding here next month tick. There we go. Fantastic. We also may want to think about, I can never remember which of these it's in, but we may want to think about personally holding a few other locations other than what we've got up here. I don't know. We'll think about it. I'm not sure we care all that much about the cash right now that we'd get from holding the mines, which I did build. I built the mines a while back. I can never remember which county it's in. I'd have to look around, but it's not a big deal. Yeah, I mean, the gold would be nice, don't get me wrong, but ultimately, I don't know. What are the other benefits of it, I guess is the question. And I know it's up in this region somewhere. Like I said, I can never remember which holding it's in. That's just a military school. Okay. It's around. I'm not super familiar with this geography. Oh, we died. Okay. So we're going to continue as this guy. This was not a shock that... Excellent. There we go. Snoozing is now done. And we definitely need to do some work. There's no doubt about this. So we're at 2 of 7 domain holding right now. We're currently 6 years of age. We're in a diplomacy education. We're going to switch over to a learning education, and we're going to educate this child with whoever has the best learning. Unfortunately, it's not great. But I guess that's okay. We are currently 6 years of age. And we do have some empty council positions. So we'll put this guy in as our chancellor. We will put in... he's kind of bad, but we'll put him in as our steward. I'm not super happy about that. This guy would make a fantastic marshal. And then this guy is not a great spy master, but I still want the opinion from him. We're going to start working on... I was going to sway her, but we can't do that because we're a child. We're going to start working on doing a few things for getting our power back. First things first. We're going to take back these baronies. We can do that basically for free, and that will massively increase our income. Fantastic. That's over 15 gold per month there. In fact, that's 16 gold per month. So there's a Liberty faction against us. We aren't surprised. Let's let these recalculate. Any moment now. Okay. So this is the biggest threat here. What can we do here? I mean, that'll work. She is a dwarf, though. We don't have to honor the marriage. That said, maybe we can find something else. Like perhaps our mother? That's not helpful. We have brothers. Yes, a half-brother here. This will work. Fantastic. Let's get... Okay. So this guy will now leave this faction. He'll actually disband the faction. And let's see what they're going to do next. We became the new dynasty head. That's nice. This will change. Okay, so this is becoming the threat currently. If this happens, we don't care. But this we do care about. He doesn't have any relations. Okay. Well, now he does. Fantastic. So he'll disband that faction. And looks like next up is the Liberty faction, but we're actually not afraid of that. Okay. This guy. He's the next problem. He's our uncle. Can we just negotiate an alliance? Unfortunately, an uncle is not a close enough tie for that, I guess. That's awkward, to be sure. Well, what about this guy? Well, that'll work. Fantastic. So we'll get that underway. And yeah, they can still send their ultimatum. We can now work on this guy. And see if maybe we can get another person here. I don't think uncles are close enough for an alliance. No, they're not. Can we negotiate an alliance with any of these guys? No. Okay, so let's go through this Liberty faction quick. Claim title. Okay, not helpful. 5 months and 7 months. Okay. This is going to get spicy. Both of these are somewhat weaker than us. So this guy has 2,400 troops. This guy has 9,000. I'd like to get this guy on our side if at all possible. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of options. Indeed. Because most of these guys inherited their own realm, is why. I wonder if we might be better off to spark a war with this guy. Now, we could negotiate an alliance with him, but I'm not actually interested in that. I'm more interested in this. We have an 89% chance. If we fail, all of these guys will join the rebellion, and it's going to get spicy. But that's only an 11% chance of happening. Yes, this will invoke tyranny. I'm aware. Got him. This will invoke more tyranny, because we don't have a claim. However, we could potentially just claim his title. And that's something that I am definitely willing to do. I do not want to invoke the additional tyranny here. So we do that. We have a claim allowing us to revoke it without being viewed as a tyrant. So we do that. And then we have all of this on our side. That's huge. Next, we can grant this back out, as well as this, to bring us down to our domain. Okay. So there's that underway. That is a big swing in our favor. That's a lot of troops onto our side. We're very, very happy about that. Next. 75%, 97%. This we don't care about necessarily. This we do. So, I'm just thinking here. We can hand this out and take this, which is something we should probably do. We're missing... Okay, that's not going to work. We could simply revoke this guy's title. 0% chance. If we imprison him, 63% chance. We don't have a valid reason for doing this, and I'd like to avoid additional tyranny at this exact moment. So I think we'll hold off on that. And instead, if we could get this guy out of this faction, that would be the way to do it. We didn't fire him from the council. Someone used a hook to enter the council. Yeah, that's not ideal, for sure. That's minus 60 right there. We don't really have anybody to marry any of his children. Unless... We do! The one that was just born! Amazing. That was lucky. That was really lucky. Do it. There we go. The Liberty faction is now disbanded. They're gonna... But I feel like that's not a problem. Okay, let's check our council here. I want this guy organizing levies, not because I don't want him training commanders, and not because I think this is just an amazing thing to do, but instead because I want to be increasing our total soldier count. We're very, very close to, well, what we've got going on here, where they drop down below the threshold and are too weak to send an ultimatum. Now it's a close thing. It's absolutely a close thing. However, it's good enough. It'll do the trick. Now we're currently 7 years of age. Our heir is currently imprisoned. Wonderful. And we can't arrange a marriage because he's imprisoned, but he is unlanded. We ransom him. Who's paying for him? He's paying for himself. You know what? Okay, I'll do it. He's going to be really upset with us, but that's fine. He's really upset with us. Wait, is he not in our court? He isn't. Come on to our court. There we go. Now we can use him as a bargaining chip. Perfect. So, this guy. We want to arrange a marriage between our half-brother and player heir. And... well, that's awkward. I guess it does the trick. Not in our main line, theoretically. Okay, what could possibly go wrong? Absolutely nothing, that's what. Absolutely nothing could possibly go wrong there. So let's look up here and see if we can find any additional locations. He wants us to press his claim. I mean, we probably will, but we'll see. Let's build ourselves a city here, as well as a city here, once we can. We're a little low on our cash right now. An alliance? Yes, I accept. Now, we shouldn't be truced with this guy anymore. We can seize a de jure duchy on him. And I'm going to go with this duchy. Okay. Now, we are going to attack from here. And I know that this is a little bit risky because we have the factions, but I'm taking a calculated risk here. I think that we can get away with this. Just waiting for our men-at-arms. There they are. We're going to go up and hit their cap. And it should, in theory, be fine. That was a reasonably clean succession. I'm pretty happy about that. So let's siege down their capital, see what we get from that. I'm also interested in seeing what their plan is up here. They have a fair number of troops. 12k. But I don't plan on fighting them all at once. Yeah, I mean, they can siege up here all they want. We're sieging their capital. That's so much more valuable. Then we're going to come down here and just work our way down the war goal, probably. Yeah, they're grouping up, but it's okay. 29%. So down to the war goal we go. And we're just going to siege our way on down it. And hope that he is slower than us. I think he is. We siege pretty quickly. We're going to be getting trebuchets in about 14 years, heraldry in about 15. We should be able to make use of high partition this life, and that will be fantastic. I'm also super glad that we managed to hold on to absolute crown authority. That's kind of rare. Yeah, that was only worth 5%. So that's completely okay. 20 more days on this siege, and then we're, of course, going to head down to here. And there we go. Down we go. He's just chilling. Slow sieging up here. I see no reason to... Not going to do anything about it currently. Well, other than, you know, rush the war goal. That's one thing I'm going to do about it, I suppose. But yeah, we're going to continue attacking this, and absolutely no problem here. It's definitely a little slow to wander through these jungles. We're going to go into debt fairly soon, and that's not unexpected. Our income is kind of low right now. We are only 8 years old. With 2 stewardship. We are charming, so there's that. Gives us diplomacy and intrigue, not really helpful to our learning. Yeah, they're definitely slow sieging. I like it. We are in debt now, but we're at 62% war score. I do still feel like we need these troops up in case we do end up... Okay, that brought us down to 50% war score. That I'm not exactly okay with. Well, we're still making our way down here, and we're going to be stuck behind these mountains for a little bit, but it looks like they're coming to attack the war goal, and I'm completely okay with that. I like that quite a lot. We're going to beat them to occupation of the war goal, and we'll be able to head north in just about a month, so it should be fine. Excessive tariffs, huh? Yeah, I mean, this debt is not looking great. If I'm honest, we're going to need to work on coming out of debt after this war. Okay. North we go. I do not want us to embark. No, don't embark. Just walk up. It's going to cost probably about the same and take about the same amount of time. Well, maybe not the same amount of time, but pretty close to it, in all honesty. They're sieging this pretty quickly, which isn't... And like I said, we're moving slowly through the jungle, and that's why it was trying to pathfind on the ships, but I didn't want to pay the 140 gold. Maybe it would have been worthwhile, though, looking at how slowly we're moving. That said, he's moving up towards his capital. We're going to see if we can exit the jungle here and get ourselves a fight. I'd like to end this war fairly quickly, and we're going to need to get out of this jungle if we want to do that. Okay, so up we head. And he's running into the jungle. Fair enough. Regardless, I'd like to make our way over here. He's embarking? I mean, he probably gets out since this is jungle here. But you're neutral. Okay. Yeah, I think he does get out, but That's an interesting choice to embark. Interesting choice indeed. We're going to come in here and attack here. Okay, he's starting to siege down here. So that's his game, huh? Okay, I can work with this. We're going to siege here, and then we're going to come siege here. That put us at 72. He's going to siege way down here. He kind of can't do anything else. We're going to... Okay, he sieged that back, and he's heading north. This is good for us. This is what we wanted him to do here. This was his only real move that he could make. So we're going to siege here. We're low on food right now, and that's definitely something I'd like to do something about. We'll put this guy... He is terrible. We'll put this guy in as our spy master. And yeah, we're quite low on food right now. We should probably try to resupply at some point. Go. See if we can catch them. We're out of the jungle up here. We will have to dip back in. And this is a Liberty faction I'm not too concerned about. However... we do anything with this guy? Not particularly, but maybe with one of those new children that have appeared. That's not helpful. Okay. So, it's going to take us some time to get there, and they will probably finish this siege, but I think we catch them. Yes. Yes, we do. This is perfect. And we win the fight. Wonderful. That fight is over. There is nothing more to be seen there. We're just going to siege this right on back. Our vassal got injured too. That's perfect as well. Now that we don't mind, our vassals getting injured. Like I said, we win this battle. Fantastic. That puts us up to 67%. We will siege this incredibly quickly. We could gain the trait just... +1 learning. Cynical. +2 learning, but minus 20% piety. And temperate. I think we're going to go for just. Okay, our uncle is injured, of course, and we're going to come down this way and siege down this castle. And I believe that sieging that castle should, in theory... Oh, we're apparently wounded? So we are. In theory, sieging this castle should end this war. And that would be great. We really need to do that. Quite badly. Come on, guys. Get through the jungle. Get through that jungle. You can do it. This war was definitely more extensive than I'd hoped. Mostly because of all this jungle over here. Future wars won't be as bad. They're done retreating already? That's unfortunate. Is this enough? Yes. Yes, it is. Good. Okay, we'll disband those troops. This should get granted off to someone who is the correct religion and culture. This should get granted off to someone who is the correct religion and culture. This should get granted off to someone who is the correct religion and culture. And then, do we have too many titles? No, we don't. Okay, sounds good to me. We are going to ransom our prisoners immediately. And start working on getting our way out of debt. It is, however, time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we are going to continue our expansion. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.